And I know that a lot of you, especially the introverts, get scared by the word networking. But listen, I'm one too, and I did it as well in a way that felt comfortable to me. Clients that implemented their personal brand on their LinkedIn profile and immediately got messages from recruiters with interview invites. Not a coincidence. It's not how you are going to stand out in this current job market, because this current job market is not what it used to be. What was your expectation when you sent that message to me? How many connections do you have on this platform, and how many of those do you actually have a relationship with? How many of those did you actually speak to? So the 5 steps on really upgrading your networking game. Hey, you! Welcome to a new podcast episode on the Career Powerplay Podcast. I'm your host, Sylvahna, an experienced recruiter, career coach, and owner of Fierce Careers. Super exciting life update though. I just moved. You might be thinking, oh, that is a whole new setting. Yes, it is my new living room, actually. So today we're recording from my living room. My eye keeps twitching because it is super stressful. The sun is really bright, so I have to adjust my eyes a little bit. Maybe that's also, no, I know that that's not why my eye is itching. Or twitching. I mean, that's not what my eye is twitching. So last week was crazy. I usually record my podcast episodes in the weekends, but I literally had no time for that. So here I am on a Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. in my new apartment. So it was really crazy, you guys. So I usually do my podcast episode from my eye is killing me. From my own little small office that I rent. Jesus Christ. And I usually do that on a Saturday morning, because on Saturday morning I don't have anything else planned to do, etc. I'm always at my office Saturday morning at 7 a.m. to record my podcast. So this weekend there was no time for that. And other than the fact that I was moving last weekend and there was no time for that, it was also my sister's birthday on Saturday. So yeah, here I am on a Tuesday morning doing this to make sure that I am in time for my weekly episode scheduled on Wednesday. I already did a LinkedIn post that's going live in an hour, where I'm touching this topic that I'm going to be talking about today. So I usually do a snippet of the podcast on together with my LinkedIn post, so you can already see a little bit of the episode. But of course I didn't have that yet, so I just wrote in text about this week's episode, and that is going live in an hour, and this one is going live tomorrow morning. But heading back to the fact that I am here in my new apartment, I believe that I'm currently in the most beautiful place that I ever lived in Amsterdam, and I couldn't be happier with the location and the space. I truly love it here. So I'm recording this right now from my living room, from my new living room. All right. In today's episode, we're going to talk about how personal branding and networking will change the career game for you, and also my story behind it. I was such an introvert and scared to talk to people before, but personal branding and networking saved me and my career from that life. So let's get started. You know me. No BS, no fluff, just real and tangible advice. That's what we do in the Career Powerplay Podcast. So let's dive in.
Dare to dream, take action, don't have fear. Become the best version of you. Let's create your dream career.
Personal branding and networking will change the career game for you. Literally every single one of my previous clients or current clients didn't use their personal brand to their full advantage before they came to me. But after I taught them on how to find and get really clear on their personal brand, and they started using it, a major shift happened in their job search and careers. All right, listen, I know that a lot of you might have the feeling like, shut up about that personal branding. I'm just applying for this and this. I don't need all of that. But trust me, you do. You need your personal brand and you need to use it. Because why? You have, like, if you look at how everyone applied 10 years ago, just for the sake of example, everybody did the very same thing. Everybody wrote the same sentence in their cover letters. Everybody wrote the same information on their resume. It's just the only difference was that person A works at X, person B worked at Y, and person C worked at Z. That was the only difference. That is not how you are going to stand out in this current job market, because this current job market is not what it used to be. It is a war zone out there, and you have to stand out. You have to show them who you really are, because they don't care about you sounding professional and formal. They don't care about that anymore. They want to see who you are. So are you like bright and jolly? Then make sure that they see that you're bright and jolly. If you are serious and ambitious and having goals in mind where you want to go, and you have that focus and you are making sure that you are going to get there within a time frame that you set for yourself, make sure that you show that in your resume and your cover letter, in your whole application. And that is why you want to use your personal brand and show them who you are, so they also know what they can expect. So I just wanted to make that extra clear at the beginning of this episode. I had clients that had done hundreds of applications and only got rejections, and they started using their personal brand and immediately got invited. That's not a coincidence. Clients that implemented their personal brand on their LinkedIn profile and immediately got messages from recruiters with interview invites. Not a coincidence. Clients that seriously got hired within 20 days after implementing their personal brand. It's not a coincidence, please. And then a major next step is the networking. I still daily get messages from people that are exactly the same word by word, where they actually just say, do you know any open positions? And seriously, I can dream those messages. I will give it to you right now. Hi, Sylvahna. I saw that you're an experienced IT recruiter. I'm currently looking for a position as a Java developer. That's the most I get, Java developer. Do you know any open positions? That is the message I get. And sometimes the Java is .NET, and sometimes it is something else. But Java is most common that I get. But it's not just developers. It's also, and then they scratch in the message, they scratch the IT part. So I saw that you're an experienced recruiter. And then I'm looking for a ... position. Do you know any open positions? But when you send that, I seriously am thinking, all right, so you typed in this message, and what was your expectation when you sent that message to me? Are you really expecting me to respond with, oh yes, we have open positions here, and that I just send you links, or that I recommend you, or what is the thought behind it? Because I don't know you. I have no idea what you're looking for. I don't know where you are. I don't know what your skills are. I don't know what you're good at. What have you done in the past? I have no idea what kind of person you are, so I don't know what kind of companies you would fit. There is a reason that recruiters start with an intake call, or at least I always start with an intake video call of 1 hour to speak to a person, to see, all right, what have you done in the past? What are you good at? What type of person are you? Are you a really great communicator, or are you a shy person? You have to know those things before you know what kind of positions would be good for them. And also, if I would be doing that with every message I get, it would be a full-time job for me, an unpaid full-time job. So you can expect that that's not really how you are building your network and getting like real positions that will help you further. It doesn't do anything then cost you your time by sending those messages to certain people, to certain profiles. And I truly believe I try to respond to those messages with what I just told you. So with the fact that this is not the idea of, this is not how you can network. This is not how you network properly. And also that I cannot send them a position just based on the role that they are looking for. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall. That is not what I'm here for. That is not what I do. No. So I just wanted to make that extra clear. So please stop with those messages. All right. They don't help. So be honest with yourself. How many connections do you have on this platform, and how many of those do you actually have a relationship with? How many of those did you actually speak to? Because connections that you've never even spoken to don't mean anything. You have to build a relationship with people before you can ask them for a job and actually expecting something to come out of that. Personal branding and networking are two major components, not just in your job search, but in your whole career. So don't sleep on them. So the 5 steps on really upgrading your networking game. 1. Get super clear on your personal brand, ask yourself the questions, and give the in-depth core answers. Nothing generic, but dig deep. For reference, you can listen to my previous podcast episode about personal branding. 2, once you are crystal clear about your personal brand, you start implementing it on your LinkedIn. Make sure that it's visible all over your profile. So your profile photo, your banner, your tagline, your About Me section, your work experience, and anything else that showcases who you are and what you can do. 3, get started with networking. Think about people that you want to have in your network and start sending messages. And not the generic messages like I mentioned earlier, but the messages really have to show that you took a good look on their profile and that you chose to send them a message instead of someone else. And don't ask for anything just yet, just for a connection. And then after they accept it, you can expand the conversation. If you're listening to this thinking, hey, I really want to learn more about personal branding and networking, then I have some amazing news because I'm launching my online course, Powerplay, Brand Bold, and Network to Win pretty soon, where I'm teaching you all about how to get clear with your personal brand, use it, how to network, and all this even for the introverts. Because yes, I am one too. Visit my website, fiercecareers.co. A link is also in the show notes. Leave your name and email, and you'll be the first to know as soon as we launch in September. Enrollment is only open for 1 week, so make sure that you don't miss it. Now that that's been said, let's get back to the episode. 4, be more visible on LinkedIn. The very first thing you want to be doing is make sure that your recent activity section on LinkedIn has actual recent activity and not just congratulations from 3 months ago. Comment meaningful things on someone else's posts. You can also start writing your own posts. Introduce yourself to your network and make stronger connections through that. And 5, after you get in touch with people, stay in touch. Don't send them one message and then never respond again. Block a time in your calendar where you're focusing on building stronger connections and replying to people or checking back in. And I know that a lot of you, especially the introverts, get scared by the word networking. But listen, I'm one too, and I did it as well in a way that felt comfortable to me. So you don't have to go to a network meet and greet group if you don't want to. I am getting itches thinking about that. Please don't put me through those things. You don't have to do it like that. You can just start on LinkedIn. That is where where you can start your networking, just from the comfort of your own home, from your own chair and your own computer. Start there. And then once you get more comfortable, you might be thinking about that you want to go to a meet and greet group. I'm just thinking, would I be ready for something like that? I think I would. Yeah, I can. Right now, I can definitely go to a meet and greet group to network, but does it feel 100% comfortable for me? No, it doesn't, but I can do it. If I really want to do it, I can do it. But you can just start and do it all from the comfort of your own home. Why make it more difficult than it is? Start with the first few steps by sending a few networking requests after you've gotten clear on your personal brand and have implemented it on your LinkedIn profile, of course. Otherwise, it would be a waste. Just because you're an introvert, that doesn't mean that you cannot network. You have to do it for the sake of your career, and it doesn't mean that you can never speak and improve. Step out of your comfort zone. It is a must to be able to grow in life. And that is a fact. I still remember when I got started, I was scared as hell to talk to anyone. From my perspective, I feel like that I got really scared to talk to people because I was bullied a lot when I was at school, and a toxic relationship where I felt trapped and prison didn't really help as well. I was super insecure about everything. Why would a person want to talk to me? I'm nothing special. But yes, I learned along the way that you definitely are something special. And this transformation, starting as an introvert to get clear on your personal brand and start upgrading your networking game, isn't just good for your career, but you will regain your confidence and you will regain your trust in yourself. And I can tell you from experience, there's nothing like just being your full and true self and realizing that people are actually interested in what you have to say. You will regain your confidence piece by piece. Right now, I'm at the point where I know that people would be glad to learn from me, and I am not afraid to say that. I say that with the biggest confidence because I know it's true. Did I get there within a day? No. A week? No. A month? No. It's hard work, yes. But if you have a plan, you will get there. It took me about 6 years to get from the deepest hole that I was in to get to the place that I'm in now. It got better each and every year. And now I feel unstoppable. I seriously want you to work on that because you can. You don't have to stay this insecure little mouse that you probably are right now. Always have been jealous of those people that could just stand up for themselves and say anything they wanted. I have been there. But you can become that person by hard work and dedication. Trust me. If you take away 3 things from this episode, I want you to remember that I too was scared to talk to people and got anxiety when I had to introduce myself to a new person. But personal branding and networking changed that game for me. Number 2 is to really get to work with your personal brand so that you can use it to your advantage. And number 3 is to start networking. Just start. Just send that message, that connection request, and get ready to upgrade not just your networking game, but your confidence, your career, and your life. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast so that you won't miss the next episode. Remember, power isn't given, babe, it's played. See you next week.